Hi.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, the production on this shit. I can't. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Very good.
Fucking Doug.
No.
Fucking Doug.
I thought
I got the sniffles, man. Hi, welcome to another
man.
episode of the People's Mic. I'm Jimmy Peoples. We got it up and running. Cameras leveled.
It's high tech.
Tight?
It's high tech. I don't think I could.
Really?
I could do this level of.
I was thinking that myself. Actually,
Yeah.
you were like
With the
using
tripod
multiple devices.
Yeah.
you were
Man, I
throwing
feel like
things,
it's a piece of
turning
shit.
There's the A. There's the V.
Yeah, this is the sound. This is super low high tech.
I like it.
Well, introduce yourself. You made my day.
All right. My name is Ilana Shupak.
Ilana Shupak is
Ilana.
back. Ilana Shupak is back. Introduce yourself.
My name's Doug Brady.
We have a lot of little things to talk about today, but
Little things.
Yeah, I got some things to get off my chest.
Do you have a bone to pick with me
No,
specifically?
not with you.
Oh.
No, but I feel like you can appreciate it a little bit.
Okay. I'm down.
And a lot. How's your day going?
Good. I was just
Yeah.
in the neighborhood.
Nice. New color? Is that a new color?
It's the same old color
Touched up?
from the bottle, yeah.
Yeah, come from the
Yeah.
bottle. It's
It's
shiny,
the same
though.
old
Very
thing.
slick.
What's your natural hair color?
See my eyebrows? That's the trick.
That's
Oh,
the
really?
trick.
That same
Yeah,
color as
the
my
match,
eyebrows.
yeah.
You look like a redhead, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you are a
Thank
redhead
you.
right now, but
The green
look,
eyes
Look at the
matches.
color of the screen, though. They're like shines. Like turn the other way. Turn. Yep. See how it? Look at that. Looks dope.
Like freaking
like,
Ariel.
Yeah.
Little Mermaid. Just-
Holloway from Mad Men.
I get that comparison literally none of the time, but
No.
thank you for saying that.
No,
Thank
no.
you for saying
Nobody's
that.
ever made that connection.
Like
No.
a never. Person, I don't even know how that is. I got through 3 episodes of Mad Men.
Well,
Yeah?
it's
Yeah, that's
it's very white.
Yeah, super
So,
white. It
I
was like
get
is somebody gonna get shot soon? What's
no
the,
shooting.
no shooting.
There's one robbery throughout the whole series,
No.
and they like cry after it, and then
Yeah.
they fuck in an alley.
Well, someone loses a foot. I thought that was pretty.
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
Badass.
But that was still very white. He cut it off with a lawnmower
Yeah.
in an office building.
Spoiler
so-
alert.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
He's never gonna watch
I was
it.
like, what's the fuck? I got through 3. I was like, what's the point of this? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, no, you don't have to watch it.
No, thank God.
You should watch
Thank
Luke
God.
Cage or something. Have you
Yeah.
seen Luke Cage?
I've seen Luke Cage. I'm waiting for the new Punisher. Anyway, I'm an action guy, so I need somebody to get shot in the face. I need bodies. Yeah.
Yeah, no action whatsoever.
I
what
need
about
shot.
Jessica Jones?
Jessica Jones was
Same
dope.
universe?
Yes, Jessica Jones was dope. That's canceled. Was that canceled too?
Oh.
I hope so.
They
thought it
canceled
was
a bunch
awful.
of shit. I feel like they were like they're gonna let the last Punisher go, and then like we're done with this.
I thought Marvel, these Marvel superhero things. I mean, this is so overtrodden territory.
Really?
But it's really bad. I don't think it's good for
like them?
cinema
Why?
as an art form
I like them.
because it's just like producing the same thing over and over again just so that people will come and they'll make
Watch
money.
Netflix.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they're not really making any innovations. There's no evolution going on in the cinema industry right now. You know what I mean?
No, you're kind of right.
It's not like the
You're kinda
70s
right.
where they were putting out all these independent films and everyone was like Star Wars
Yeah,
came out. It
because
was an independent film.
I feel like that, remember the writers. Were you old enough for the writers?
The strike?
The strike.
Like 08 or something.
Yeah, I feel
I've
like
heard
that
about
was
it.
the line between good writing and bad. I feel like that was that. Secretly, I feel like there was a war about good writing because that's when I don't know. I feel like after that, it's all just bad writing. It's nobody gives a shit about writing. They just care about what are we selling in
Yes.
whatever we're showing.
That's my problem.
It's product placement.
This is
Product
exactly my
placement
problem
is-
with the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
They don't care.
No.
They just want people to come see the movie, and if they get really hot guys and in tight costumes,
Yes.
everyone will come see it
Yes.
because their girlfriends are like, "Let's go see this guy's cock in a spandex," and then their boyfriend's like, "Okay."
I'm straight and white guy, and I like cock. I just had to add that in.
I feel like we're gonna transition into like a whole serious lecture on late stage capitalism and the downsides of that.
No.
No.
I'm gonna hope because here's where my thought was
discussion.
going. I watched Infinity War last night,
Yeah.
late by myself,
Mhm.
and I didn't realize. Here's what I didn't like. Good movie, decent movie. I didn't like how Thor had to come to save Africa. I feel
Should
like
have been the Black Panther.
yes,
Right?
I feel like Wakanda should have saved itself.
Yes.
And Thor lost his whole world, and then they were like, "Oh, what are we gonna do? Wakanda's gonna be lost to these demons." And then
that's to show the solidarity between blacks and whites, though, isn't it? That's the whole bringing together.
As a black man and alone,
yes.
I was like, nobody got mad about this.
It's hard to see a blonde white guy.
They snuck it in there because it was super blonde.
I get that. I really get that.
It was like all the power that Wakanda has.
That's what I mean.
Like all we have
writing.
Is
you know what I mean?
Spears and fucking rhinos, and then they got all this power. I expect like a camera to come up, spray all the zombies.
I wonder what the writing room looked like. I would have liked to have been a fly on the wall.
Very white.
Like, and then Thor comes and saves Wakanda.
Who do you think white guys wrote Black Panther, or you think that was black guys?
Yes.
No women involved, definitely, right? They don't let women have those jobs.
And I'll do the I know. I feel like white guys wrote it, and then the director and some of the actors was like, "No, change that."
Okay, so they changed
change that. It was like they wrote the blueprint, and then they were like, "No, black people wouldn't do that." And then like they keep coming up with stuff that they added. They're like, "Yeah, let's have African accents," because it was gonna be English accents.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, they were gonna have English accents. Yeah, and because most of the actors are from like London and shit, or English. And they were like, we're going to have real African accents. I don't know what else they changed.
Wakandan accents. That makes sense.
There's no such thing as a Wakandan accent.
You know what? You start from square one with that one.
It'd be cool. I didn't see the movie. Do they all sound like they're from the Bronx or something? That would be cool, I feel like. If they were
in real life?
If they all sounded like they were from like Georgia and like everywhere where like there's high populace of black people. Yeah.
No, they should just have, because it's right next to Nigeria, so it should be somewhere close to a Nigerian accent.
That's fair. You're right. But I just think it would be, I don't know. I like the Bronx.
Or supposed to be closer to Nigeria. That's who their enemy is supposed to be.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
What's the small stuff that you had to get off your chest? Usually you take big stuff off your chest.
No, we were talking about superhero stuff. That was the main one. Thor saving Africa.
Oh, yeah.
I was pissed about that, and Wakanda not saving itself during the Infinity War. I did get to see the end of it and watch Nick Fury die. I didn't know Nick Fury died at the end too. To set up Captain Marvel. What else?
Captain Marvel?
Yeah, Captain Marvel.
There's a guy called Captain Marvel?
No, Captain Marvel is the new female superhero who's going to save Infinity War.
Yeah, I thought it was Captain America.
No, Captain Marvel is the female version of Superman, I guess. Not Superman. I don't know the Captain Marvel story, but that's the next superhero movie that's coming out. It's Captain Marvel.
I don't know that.
Brie Larson? Is that Brie Larson?
Women can be captains too.
She can be a captain.
You can't assume Captain Marvel is not a woman.
I feel like you'd be behind Captain Marvel.
I feel like I should be. I haven't been keeping up with the Marvel news.
Captain Marvel's coming out, and that's the new big thing. Captain Marvel, then the next Infinity War, not the next Avengers.
The next Avengers.
I asked directions from. All right, this is gonna get weird. I was going to a mic yesterday, super changing, nothing to do with superhero stuff. I was going to a mic, and I was the trains were shit the other day, and there were two girls, and their backs were facing me. Their backs were to me, and I was like, "Excuse me, can you tell me how to get this train to go to Delancey Street because the trains are all messed up?" And one turned around. She was like, "Oh, let me check I'm not sure." The other one turned around. Cute, from the nose to the forehead.
Yeah.
Full mustache.
That's a choice, though. You know what I mean?
It looked like a choice. It looked like she said, "Fuck it."
Exactly.
You know, it looked like she said, "Fuck it."
That's a statement.
But somebody should warn. This should be like a warning. Like
she needs no warning.
On the back of her head, she should wear a big mustache.
She wears like those glasses
with the nose.
It was painful not to that face to be like, "Yeah, this is fine. This is."
Poker face, though.
Yeah, poker face. Like, yep. Don't see the mustache. Full mustache. Bigger than mine. Thicker than mine. You know.
My girlfriend gets a mustache.
And what happens?
She waxes it off.
Wax it off.
Yeah. She gets really embarrassed if I ever mention it. So I try not to.
And I know, like, she can't help it. She can't help it. Her hair.
Was she Italian?
But her friend was like, I don't know what I didn't ask. I had to get the fuck out of there because I couldn't. make eye contact. I was like,
Did they give you the right directions? You're just like out of there.
I was out.
I'll find him.
She was like, hey, we can find him right now on my phone. I was like, I can't beat this.
I'll take my chances.
I buckled. And
This looks like the right subway.
She was like, we'll yell at you if it's the wrong way.
Oh my god.
Women like that were saviors to gay men in the 50s. You know what I mean?
What?
They could marry this woman but still feel like they're with a man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
To gay women.
God bless those women.
I don't know.
With the mustaches.
She could be like, yeah, my friend has a mustache before. I don't know.
I feel like, am I supposed to speak
yes.
on the topic? As a woman.
How, am I wrong?
Feminist theory on mustaches.
Do you get a mustache?
It's a social. No, I have many problems in life, but I
what
don't
are your
think
problems?
I have
what kind of problems do you have?
I don't know. It's not ever been that. I don't know. I have some arm hair. Not really.
But it's
nobody
it blends
can see
though.
this on the podcast.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Like,
right? This is like the T.S. Eliot poem, "In the lamplight down with soft brown hair."
Yeah,
my
that's
arms.
cute.
Yeah, that's
good,
cute.
Good hair is good.
I mean,
don't
we're
know.
mammals,
It's all culturally.
Yeah.
We're all covered in hair.
Like if you had a thick black mustache.
Maybe I just moved to a country where it's cool.
Where it's cool.
Like there are some countries where it's like really cool to have like a big nose. I'm thinking about moving there.
Israel? Right?
I think that might
cool
be.
there?
I don't know. I think they get nose jobs too. I want to move to a country.
You look Israeli though.
Where
you look Jewish.
And I have a Hebrew first name. People always assume I'm either Israeli.
Yeah,
but I am, but I'm not Israeli.
Okay.
I'm not from Israel. I don't. My
you
parents
look
aren't
very
from.
Israeli. Have you done the 23andMe thing?
Yeah, it said I'm like 99%
English?
Ashkenazi Jew. I should
Oh,
get my like money back because I already knew that. That's why I'm talking to my family. But I shouldn't.
So you're Russian.
I hope there's no like white supremacists listening to this podcast. They're like writing it down.
Yeah, I think this is the #1 podcast for white supremacists.
Is it?
Yeah.
They're
black guys.
Keep your enemies close. Your friends close. Your enemies closer.
We hate black people, but we love this fucking Jimmy guy.
You should start a Proud Boy chapter. I think you would be. You don't know about the Proud
No.
Boys?
Oh,
what
God.
the fuck is that?
So do you know who Gavin McInnes is?
Gavin McInnes.
Have you ever heard of Vice.com?
Yes.
So he founded Vice.com with that other guy, Shane Moss or whatever his name is. And then Gavin McInnes is out of his fucking mind.
Okay.
And he's a big provocateur.
Sounds like an open micer.
So yeah, he pretty much is kind of has an open micer mentality, except he's world famous.
Okay.
So Shane Moss, I think he left Vice or he was like pushed out of Vice by Shane Moss because they were going like liberal. And Gavin McInnes is very kind of like middle of the road, leaning a little bit to the right. So he started this show on the Anthony Cumia network, the Compound Media network. He had this show and they were talking about how like the Proud Boys, like we're Proud Boys, you pick 5 of your favorite types of cereal and you eat them while you're getting beat up or something like that. We all wear like khakis and polos and it's like a multicultural movement and it's supposed to be fun. You have meetings where you go to a bar and you drink and stuff, but then it kind of got overtaken by this whole alt-right movement where like Nazis started coming in and they were like, we're Proud Boys, and then Antifa started showing up at Proud Boy meetings and they would get into big bar brawls and it would make the news. But if you started a Proud Boy chapter as a big black guy, I think that would be great for everybody.
For everybody?
Well,
I'll look into it.
I'm not following this one. They're beating each other up over cereal. What's happening?
No, I don't know about the...
So the Proud Boys started off as this fun thing, right? Mm-hmm. But it got integrated with this whole like white power Nazi alt-right movement. Where,
well, you're selecting from a pool of people who want to beat each other up over cereal, if I understand correctly.
That's
not too many women are going to be there.
Yeah.
Right. But it's called
and
the
if
Proud
women aren't
Boys.
there, I can't be a part
boys.
of that. Yeah.
It's like a Freemason for nerds that play video games, almost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, that's clear.
But then these white supremacists and these Nazis and these people that have hatred in their heart started going to these meetings and calling themselves Proud Boys. And so now the Proud Boys are associated with this hatred. And then Antifa people come to the meetings and they beat each other up. They get in fights. And
you look like exactly the person who would know everything about it.
Yes, that's very.
I should.
have to know about it because I know somebody's going to come up to me and be like, you know about the Proud Boys, right? I'm like, you're goddamn right.
All the secret handshakes.
Yeah, what's the handshake?
I'm not a Proud Boy. I don't want to be affiliated with the Proud Boys.
I'm good.
I don't need that in my life.
There's no women? I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
But yeah, I think you would be great as
if I could change everything they're about, then yeah.
You basically have a Proud Boy chapter with this mic. Like the people that come to this mic are
Don't say that. That breaks my heart. Proud people. That's the proud people.
Proud people. You should start your own
proud people.
Proud people.
Yeah. We're boys and girls.
We beat each other up over oatmeal.
Yeah.
Not cereal.
Are you going to put any of your problems on the table? Oh, but you did the hair. The hair is good. Yeah, I know, it's tough. What's pissing you off right now?
What's pissing me off? Yeah. I'm just too relaxed of a person. You said you had the sniffles before?
I did have the sniffles a little bit.
You know that toddlers constantly have the sniffles for like 3 straight years?
Man.
Really?
Now I'm going to turn this into a podcast about like being a parent.
Yeah.
My 2-year-olds have the
awesome.
sniffles for like ever. Like I don't know.
Are you one of those hands-on moms that like blows the snot and then like sucks it out with that sucker thing?
She's clever. I tell her to blow her nose and she does it.
Is she old enough to spit?
To spit?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't tried out that one yet.
Yeah, the blow and spit.
Was she?
No, it's a superficial blowing. I see what you're saying. I hold up the tissue and she just blows her.
Or you suck on her nose. You blow.
We had to do that when she was a baby. They have these devices where you suck on it and you just hope there's like 4 layers that prevent the boogers from going into your mouth, and you just hope it doesn't get to that 4th layer. I used to do that for
girlfriends, like blow when they were stuffed up.
Like the nasal back thing where you like the boogers.
Oh, no, never suck in. Always a blow out and then
the blow out and then on the other side. Okay.
So it comes out.
I do that one.
Did she have an aversion to blowing her nose when you first?
Well, when they're too young, they can't understand because they're babies. They can't understand when you say "blow your nose, please."
See, and they're like, "Wah!" I hate blowing my nose. Like I can't. I just deal with the stuffed sinuses and like
use the neti pot, like the tea kettle thing.
That thing makes me feel weird too. I don't know the whole thing. But so like she's not like afraid to.
I wanted to make a point. Some woman did that like with the tea kettle looking thing.
Yeah.
And then there was some bacteria in her water.
Oh!
Got in her brain and she died.
So don't use tap water. Thank you for saying that. Buy distilled water from the store.
Like,
that's what you do.
Water, or just blow your nose, man.
Or just blow your nose. Unless you don't like blowing your nose.
I use lozenges, anesthetic lozenges.
Oh, that's nice. Does it make your throat feel better?
They clear you up and then help me stop sniffling.
Gotta get some of those.
Yep, those are good. I steal these from work.
Do you ever think about how there's like holes in your face? You know,
there are a lot of holes in the face.
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking how most parts of the body are like a penis. Either where a penis can go, like the ears are like the bottom of a penis. Like if you just had dick and balls and cut them off at the bottom and had a flat dick and ball, that's what the ear looks like. Like somebody shoved a dick through your, I don't know. Maybe I was high when I was saying. Yeah. Like the nose looks like a dick, like a balls in a dick.
You're talking about Freud right now.
Are we talking about oral sex with an A-U-R oral in the ear?
He's talking about like if you take the dick. If you take a dick and you manipulate it, you can turn it into any part of the body.
Oh,
that's what he's saying.
Like the eyes look like balls and the nose looks like a dick.
That's why when little kids draw things, they're like, "I drew you, mommy," and you're like, "I look like a dick because it's just my eyes and nose." Yes, I see what you're saying.
This is the Freudian thing where everything is a fallacy. Yeah. Everything's like the Freedom Tower, for example, or any skyscraper, the Eiffel Tower.
Very
we can go. The microphone, the mic stand, everything. Everything's a cock.
The mic itself, the actual
the microphone. Yeah. Oh, yes.
No, just the doing a mic.
Like
now
I don't know.
That's very
a
phallic.
metaphor.
Yes.
Wow.
What I'm trying to say though is like you think about how your body is kind of just this. It's a vessel, right? And it's sort of this just amalgam of loose cells that are connected by some kind of tissue that we don't really understand. Like you think about all the stuff that's inside of here. I do that like all the time, and it really freaks me out, especially if I'm on like acid or something. Thinking about my small intestine, and like you push it down, you're like, I'm moving my small intestine right now. I feel like you should be getting hurt a lot more than you are. Does that make?
We're very fragile.
Yeah.
Fragile.
We're super fragile.
Sacks
Like,
of
In
life.
our cells,
Yeah.
we're huge, but we're in the scheme of things, we're super fragile.
That's true. But we're also, there's a million things that could go wrong. So in a way, we're kind of resilient because so many things are going right that you don't even think about. It's kind of crazy in your body.
I think
Now you have to think about
I
intestines,
think
so.
we're a super advanced robot. We're I don't know.
Like
Remember,
Cylons?
like a
We're
I don't know what
organic
that
though.
is.
We have no artificial machinery. We're
But the heart
completely
of
natural.
us is electric.
Yes, there is
You know?
electricity, but there's electricity. There's
So
electricity
that
in nature, though.
advanced. Yeah.
But because electrons are like some of the most simple molecules that you can get. I mean,
Okay.
not
Yes.
molecules, but subatomic particles that you can think
I
about.
remember that class.
Right? Electrons. And electrons
Yeah.
are...
That was the only class I liked. I was like,
they're-
this is dope.
They're
I've never been to the rest
particles
of this shit.
of electricity, right?
Yeah.
So that's like the most simple thing that there is in the universe.
It's an allspark.
Is an electron,
It's like
and
an allspark.
it is like an allspark, and it's. I mean, you can split it up. I guess the Higgs boson particle, but nobody really knows about that shit except for those guys running that huge particle accelerator. But I don't think we're robots. I think we're very
Particle
organic.
accelerator, like the Flash.
Like no, like they have in Europe they have this.
Is there a real?
They have this.
That was the Flash.
thing-
That's how the Flash is made. The particle accelerator.
They have this.
Did not know that.
Right?
It's called
And then-
CERN. It's a super
CERN, yeah.
Well, I didn't know that.
Higgs
Shut up.
boson thing.
What?
But where?
The God particle. That's what they call it.
Okay, but where does our consciousness come from?
Well, this is very
Deepest comedy podcast ever. Where's the consciousness? Somebody's gonna find this 10 years from now. Where's the consciousness come from?
Yeah.
Asking the funny questions. Somebody's got to do it.
I think about that all the time. It's like, where does why do
Like the
we
voice,
think
right?
about
The voice
things?
in your head. Like,
yeah.
how is that?
And you know what's interesting is you guys ever heard of Eckhart Tolle?
I've heard of it. I don't know what the fuck it is.
You ever read The Power of Now?
Nope.
Okay, so basically
No? You either?
Teach us. It's some
Teach us,
guy.
old wise
A-
ones.
a-
It's some guy.
It's a book by a guy.
So Eckhart
fucking
Tolle
Proud Boy
was
is.
like this crazy homeless guy, right? That was on a bench talking to himself.
Oh,
And then he realized that everything exists in the power of now. He basically took Buddhism and broke it down for white people in the Upper East Side. You know what I mean? He made it available to those rich cunts living up there so that they could feel good about living in the moment. But basically what he talks about is that voice in your head, your consciousness, is not really saying anything. It's just static noise, and you're not accomplishing anything by letting it run. So you have to be the watcher. You have to be an observer of your mind going on autopilot. So once you start having these thoughts, like you're walking down the street and you're like, hey, there's a door over there. That's a nice door.
But
Oh, look at that guy's
it
boots.
helps you make good and bad decisions if you listen correctly.
But that's-
tune into it.
That's
right?
active thought, though.
Yeah.
That's you, whoever you are, the consciousness inside of you. That's you actively saying, I'm going to make a decision right now. The problem comes in when the voice is just blah, 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 it's talking about, ooh, look at that girl's tits. Ooh, there's a chair over there. Look at the bus. Ooh, it's noisy ambulance. You want to take that, whatever that white noise is, and go, no, shh, and just look around you and breathe and exist and notice. That's the whole thing. That relates to consciousness in some degree. I don't know how.
To be conscious
How you feel about
of your... It's like you aren't just the random thoughts that are... I'm just trying to get to it. You are not like the random thoughts that are coming in. You're
Right.
the person... You can go above that and make a decision and decide what to focus on. Is that... Am I getting it at all?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I like it. It's fine.
Yeah. It's about being the.
I'll buy that book.
There's like the
He's never
thinker.
buying that book.
All right.
What year was this? What year
This-
did he do this?
I was a while ago.
Like he
Probably
wrote
at
his
least
book
20
and then
years
became
ago.
rich,
Yeah.
and then now he's not homeless anymore.
No, he's
He's
like
dead?
a big speaker. No, he's not dead. He's
Oh,
like
sure.
a speaker that he's friends with, like Ram Dass. You know about that guy?
Mhm.
Okay. Well,
No.
he's like
Yeah, be out of me.
he's like a high level Zen master guy.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm
I do.
sorry to go off on these
No,
tangents.
you're
I
good.
don't know.
That's what I bring here. Tangent.
Yeah, add to it.
For somebody who didn't want to be on this podcast.
Because I know a little.
No, I know.
about it.
Go ahead,
You
rock
seem
out.
like
Rock out, Graham.
You read philosophy and kind of stuff like this. Have you read Thomas Nagel's What It's Like to Be a Bat?
No.
It's a like a simple piece of philosophy that's just you can know, like, the crux of it is, like, you can know everything about something. And, like, he uses the example of a bat. He's like, we know everything about sonar. We know everything about the molecular, structure of a bat. But that doesn't mean you know what it's like to be a bat. And it's like, it's that what it's likeness that is kind of the unattainable.
Is that a white guy?
Thing. Yeah.
Man, you guys. Thank God for you, because black guy wouldn't do that shit. Black guy wouldn't be like, hey, I wonder what it's like to be a bat. No, never.
And put it into, like,
say, fuck that bat. Good job.
I feel like it's because black guys are spending too much time running away from the police to be able to sit down
preoccupied
and mull over these things.
The minute I say, hey, look at that bat, goddamn cops.
Exactly. That's the and
so what are you doing in this case? You know,
I'd be hiding in that cave. Be like, hey, you best be quiet.
Do you know any black spelunkers?
No, that's a dumb word. That's a word never used in my community. You out here spelunking? That's a word for hiding coke somewhere.
Spelunking is a coke.
That's slang for something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's slang. Like we don't use those. What's another word that? Again, just start throwing words out. I'll tell you what we use it for.
Yeah, no. Do you know anybody that
something
has
that
coitus?
No,
self-actualize.
Self-actualization.
White words now. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah,
we're throwing words that white people use and how what it would mean to black people. Coitus. Hey, what does coitus mean? What do you think coitus would mean? First, well, he looks like he uses coitus.
Coitus.
If you're in the Bronx, what do you think that meant?
Oh, I know what white people.
What do you know? Black people in the Bronx.
This is what we're saying.
Oh, I don't know. What terms? I don't know.
Hood terms.
I don't know. I just know it from the scientific term.
Coitus is something I got from Quisha.
Coitus.
Oh,
he got
shit.
coitus.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you got that coitus? This is dripping out my penis. I'm a dick.
That whole idea about the bat, though, comes back to this thing of like, I hate when human beings just like assume, because we don't know that like wolves communicate with each other for sure, because we don't know that because we can't speak to them, then we just assume, yeah, they have to, because like they hunt.
There's a group, right?
Yeah, they have a strategy, and so I don't understand when these people are like, oh, human beings are the highest level of intelligence. It's like, you don't know how smart a wolf is.
Not.
They just don't have thumbs or whatever, so they can't make a building.
What birds wake up every day at 4 o'clock?
What?
Every day at 4 o'clock. 4 a.m.
They're so motivated.
Birds.
Yeah, when I jog.
They go straight to the gym. They
when I'm up walking to the train, there's always one that goes, and then they slowly. There's always just one bird, and then he wakes the rest of the birds up. He's like, it's time to go, and it's always. I look at my clock every day, 4 o'clock.
So in the summer at my house, there's one bird that's been around for
like
a couple
sergeant
years.
bird. I was like, what happens to the outfit? What happens to the whole scheme if I killed that bird? Like, does another bird show up? Yeah, I feel like everything. I was like, I don't want to fuck up the system, but I'm curious.
Hopefully, it's like an intern bird that would just like.
No, he's chesty though. He knows that's his job. Like,
oh God!
It's like
he's the head of the proud birds.
Yeah, bro. Good job.
Okay. Interestingly enough, I think if you did kill that bird, that would definitely have effect on that ecosystem, however small that thing is. Which is crazy. It's like the flap of a butterfly's wing will cause a tornado in Oklahoma or something. But what was I going to say? There's this bird in the summer. He's been around for a couple years by my house, and 2 a.m. every night he's up tweeting, talking to somebody.
Tweeting?
Yeah, just. He lives in my bush outside. 2 a.m. every fucking night. He's tweeting.
Oh, this motherfucker! Piece of shit.
You got any small things to get off your chest?
Small things. Nothing that I feel like the news is useless. I feel like the only news that we need is the weather.
Yeah.
You feel like everything else is about the past, and the weather is the only thing about the future.
And sometimes I just go outside. I'm like, oh, it's cold.
It's cold. I know, and you don't even need it, right? But right?
No.
Why?
What if there's news about what could happen in the future? Like
If there's
you
that
wanna
big of an
know?
emergency, you'll get a text
all right. This
from
hole's in a theory.
If,
But most is to tell us about what happened yesterday.
Yeah. So.
But the weather tells us what's going to happen for the
Yeah,
next
but
week.
You should know what happened yesterday.
Also, like if there's like some kind of a
It would be better
9/11
news if
event,
they can tell me what's going to happen in the next week.
they can though. If you listen to
How do
NPR,
you see my
There's holes.
report?
There's
They
holes.
can't.
Who? What report?
What's that Tom Cruise movie?
Minority Report. Yeah,
Minority
yeah.
Report.
I'm sure they can. She's like this.
It's all these films I haven't seen.
You haven't seen Minority Report?
I'm sitting here
How old are
watching
you?
my British rom-coms. I'm 30.
The Cake Show. Were you the cake? What were you gonna say?
I have no idea.
You watched the Cake Off, right? Were you the one that
The
watched
Great British Bake Off. I
British Bake Off?
do like that show. I'll admit it.
I started watching the Asian lady that decorates people's houses.
Oh, yeah?
On
Oh, the
on
Kondo, Marie Kondo.
Marie Kondo, yeah.
Oh, I watched that.
Hey, she's cute.
Bing, bing. I love it. I will never clean my house that way. I have a pack rat, but I like watching others.
Never. I can't throw shit out. What?
Yeah.
I don't watch the Great British Bake Off.
I keep seeing smoke coming from my mouth,
I'm
but I don't
sorry.
know what you're smoking. I was
keep
like,
smoking. Do you want some? It's
No.
nicotine.
I thought you were just on fire.
Yeah, I was like,
confused.
is he
You're like
just
a big
that angry
volcano.
that he just...
I don't know what it is, man.
He's just a
I saw
in a
smoke coming
pit
from.
of... He's just...
I love smoking, but I'll. This is what I do watch. I like watching these guys stream on YouTube. They play chess online, and they're like really good. And they play like blitz chess, and they like talk about the game while they're playing it.
Yeah.
They play like 5-minute games, and they always like destroy the guy. But sometimes they'll play like some of the best in the world will play against each other, and they'll like talk about it. That's what I watch.
I would like to watch guys talk shit over chess.
They don't talk shit. You know what they do is like if you watch sometimes they'll
Motherfucker, I took your brook, bitch.
Do they have time to talk shit? Is it like one of those timer chess things?
Yes, but they do it
Aggressive
online, so like the clock is automated. But if you watch, like I watched the World Championship this year with Magnus Carlsen and Fabiano
I
Caruana,
bet you know that.
and most of them were draws, so that was kind of boring. But
Those are chess players. They sound like boxers. I'm
yeah,
sorry, go on.
they have the best
Magnus
names. Magnus Carlsen, Hikaru Nakamura, that's a really great name. Vichy Anand, that's a good name.
Wow.
Anyways, but if you watch these guys, they don't talk shit. They talk shit with their eyes. You know what I mean? Like they'll make a move and then they'll just like
cocky.
look up at you, and then they'll look down back at the board.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's all mind games.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
I
Do they try to trick you? Like they look a lot
Like
at your
poker-
rook
no,
and then
like
like
poker.
they take your queen when they
Oh,
think your eyes are on the. I don't know. How
The problem with chess, though, honestly, is that because it's such an old game now, like they've been playing since the fucking 1500s or whatever. Every game has kind of already been played until the end game, basically, and even the end games are very similar. You know what I mean?
So how many different combinations can there?
That's the thing. It's like there's billions of combinations, but they already know all the best possible moves. Right. So like the World Championship this year was like they played 12 games, but they really only played 4 different games. Like they played one opening 5 times, you know what I mean? And they did try different things in the middle game each time. It's really weird. It's boring, but I like it. It's exciting. It's a lot of
there has to be something exciting.
AI beats the best chess player in the world.
That happened. The blue, what's it called? Blue Moon or something like that. Blue Angel. I don't know. This was in the 80s. Garry Kasparov played him and lost. It was the first chess computer that like beat the world champion. But now they're way too good for like they don't.
The players of AI.
Yeah, they don't play AI anymore just because it's like it's not even worth it.
But there's something fun about watching it that has nothing to do with AI.
Well,
so what are the chess players psyching each other out, or what's fun about watching it when the computer could just beat the...
So like the best chess engine in the world right now is Stockfish 4. And this guy, Hikaru Nakamura, he's the best blitz chess player that's like speed chess. And he'll play the best chess engine in the world in like a blitz match online, and he'll narrate it while he's playing, and it's closer games because it's fast. They're like 3-minute games or 2-minute games or 1-minute games, so the chess engine doesn't have enough time to think. Whereas like if they played a classical game, the chess engine would destroy the guy because he just doesn't have the brain
Chess
power.
engine thinks.
Yeah.
We have a question about consciousness again.
Yeah. Now.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the chess engine
So-
thinks definitely.
The chess engine.
Yeah.
Say that 3 times. It's going to be the brain that's going to start the robot apocalypse. Is that fair?
I would say that's pretty fair.
Yeah, if chess did start the apocalypse, that would be terribly ironic because we're doing all this lowbrow shit to each other, humanity. It would be like, if chess started the apocalypse, that would be something.
Over a bad game, you're like, I'm going to take over humanity.
You know those robots that can like open doors and stuff that Boston Mechanics or whatever is making?
Yeah,
If you took a chess engine,
And put it
like if you took Stockfish 4 and put it inside of this thing that can run and open doors and stuff, I wonder what the fuck it could accomplish, you know what I mean?
I don't want
It could probably be really good at chess.
Kill it. Pull the plug.
Kill it now while we
Kill
still
it
can.
now. No more. Yeah, man.
Haven't we all seen The Terminator?
Yeah, we've seen all. We know how this ends. Like we know the ending of this movie, but we still want to see.
Okay, so let me present this scenario to you. Let's say we invent the AI's taken over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you now put your consciousness inside of like a fully mechanical machine, or do you keep your organic
keep it as long
body
as possible.
and put the computer inside your head?
None of it.
None of
But
it?
like your brain
I want to
is
use
kind
the things,
of you.
but I still want to have full
Right?
control.
It wouldn't
The brain-
even be an option.
It won't be
You
an
can't
option.
take
don't
you
think?
out of
If
your
they are
physical
taken
brain.
over, they're probably going to be at a level where they're going to be at a level where we're at, that we look at like ants and be like, oh, should I step in a couple
Yeah,
ants? Well, that sucks.
yeah.
But they're going to be at a level where like, oh, I killed a couple. I killed Jimmy. People say, oh, fuck, that sucks, man. Anyway, they just move on. They don't care about us.
There's because the way things are working out, it's like they're slowly making it so we have to use more technology. It's like before we were against like getting coded on our hands, and remember that? They were like, I don't want your barcode, but the codes are in everything now. Like we can't escape that.
It used to be freaking me out, but now that I have a kid, I'm like, what GPS?
Yeah, you want to put
Keep
GPS in
running
her
away from me in the
until
store.
she's 18. Let her take it out herself, and then eventually we'll have to use the robot shit. Either get it chipped in the back, or
This is what I don't understand about the AI robot takeover scenario. Is like right now it's all just motherboards, right? It's all kind of up in the cloud or whatever. There's no real physical mechanical thing that can come and beat the shit out of you. You know what I mean? So how are they going to take over?
but they're slowly building those mechanical things.
But there's only going to be like 4,000 or 5,000 of them.
But what about the
maybe.
dogs that do
No,
backflips? Just
hell no.
train them to kill.
They
They can build themselves.
They'll build
I think?
themselves.
Build themselves.
There's definitely warehouses where they're ready to fucking
Robots build robots already.
clone war this shit. Yeah.
You guys are fucking crazy.
nobody
Really?
here
You
seen
don't
it?
think so?
Has anybody seen Battlestar Galactica besides me? Nobody?
No,
Cylons? With the robots building themselves?
No.
Alright, everybody
I
go
remember-
home, watch
Remember
Battlestar
Battlestar
Galactica.
Galactica? That's the one. That's
The robots build each other and they're like,
Battlestar
hey, we're
Galactica.
smarter than you and we're going to take over.
Like Clone War, where they just had him ready. He was like, "Yeah, we got the whole
But
Republic."
the Cylons
waiting
look
for
just
you.
like people, so if you meet a new person or Cylon, you don't know
Oh,
whether the Cylons, the robots, you don't know whether it's a person or a robot because they look the same, except
But
on the inside. They're
We're never going to be able to do that, though.
yeah.
To make a robot that looks like a human being.
They
We
already
no way.
are. They already are.
Oh, yeah, show me.
They already. It's
Show me.
they-
Show me somebody
I just
that looks
watched one
like
the
a
other
human
day
being that
on
I would look
Mashup.
at and be like, oh, that's a guy.
I just
That's not a-
watched the
Uncanny Valley.
video where in another 5 years they'll be walking around.
This skin.
Yeah.
They
maybe
can't
if you
do
touch
that.
them,
They-
maybe if you touch them,
Yeah.
they wouldn't be.
They
but if you
can't
saw them,
make
maybe.
skin in the eyes. The look in the eyes. You look
This is
somebody
like,
in the eyes.
we're like
This does
we're like-
not look like a
Yeah,
human being
but that's
at
the point.
all.
We're
Not
like
yet.
10 years
That's
away.
the beginning. We're like 10 years
we're
away.
like 5 years away.
I'm
until-
telling you, man. We're not.
Until they're
pretty.
using real skin, until they're using us.
Yes.
You guys, I think I'm very optimistic about the whole AI taking us over because I just think that climate change is going to make the planet unlivable before we get taken over by AI.
And that's
So
why
I'm
we're
really
going to
Thank
Mars.
God.
Elon Musk is
So-
going to be like, charge everybody to go to Mars.
Thank God somebody said it.
Mars a little too hot for. I don't
He's
know.
going to
No,
change.
it's too cold.
well, it's
Further
both.
from the sun.
Yeah,
It's too hot, too
sometimes
cold,
it's like
just like this planet's gonna
425
be.
degrees, and then sometimes it's like negative
They'll
4,000
put a
degrees.
force
You know?
field around Mars and fix that.
Which is the most livable planet besides
Mars.
this one?
Mars.
Because
That's the only option.
Yeah.
There's no
until the
other
aliens
options.
get here, we get the Stargate.
Yeah, well, yeah, because we can't transport people
we
to
can't just
fucking
live.
Alpha Centauri. You know what I mean?
I'm
It would
sure-
take 4 light years
We
to
can't
get
just live on ships like in Battlestar Galactica. Not
Would
that
you
guys
want to?
watched it, but-
You want to?
No,
You're about to
I
shoot?
would-
not enough energy
I want
stored
to.
on the Earth to create that kind of transportation. Like that's just not a physical possibility.
Well, that's why the aliens are coming, and they'll, you know,
But I would live on.
some shit'll happen.
Would you guys, if you were given the chance, right? Say Elon Musk calls you up tomorrow and he's like, "Listen, I want you to go to Mars. I want you to be the guy. Are you going?"
Yeah.
Me too. I'm totally
Go to
going.
Mars.
Yeah.
I go to Mars.
Never coming back
I
though.
go to Mars.
You're going.
No, I'm going.
You're
I'm
going.
done.
You go. You got a daughter.
I feel like though sexism is going to be a big problem on this new planet. We're going to have to start from square one with
Of
sexism.
course. What, really?
Yeah, but like women need to make so many babies because we just lost most of the human race. I obviously give a lot of thought to this.
So you would never go to Mars because you don't want to be like railed out all the
I
time.
feel like you just said it would be like too hot, too cold. I think that in and of itself.
But you got one of those cool suits with the helmets, you know?
I don't know. It's like a baby machine.
I
don't
think there's
I'd like
already
that.
a city on Mars, and they're just weaning people out, sending people out.
I don't think so at all.
No, you think this is just a desert planet?
Well, we've got multiple rovers on Mars that are like
no,
looking
that's
around the
for
whole
fucking
planet.
show.
Okay.
They for a fucking show. They've been on Mars. They
We found water. There's water on Mars.
Yeah,
How much water?
It's still
There's a
for
lot
show.
of water on Mars.
Still
There's
for
polar
show.
ice caps.
Still for show.
There's
They've been sending
We
rich
can melt them.
people
We're
to
good at that.
Mars.
It's more like it's frozen water molecules inside of the soil, so they don't know how to extract it. That's the problem, I guess. It's like a permafrost
Molecules.
type thing.
Elon had the crazy idea of taking all of the world's nuclear and conventional weapons, just detonating them at the poles of Mars to melt the water and heat up the atmosphere.
That's
Nobody's
very
going to do
interesting.
that.
No, it's a terrible idea.
Yeah, that's an
Cool.
awful idea.
And
Yeah.
you'd also make the planet unlivable. You know, like,
Shit, this might
Yeah.
we gotta get this started.
Oh,
Oh, good talk. Good talk. It was fun. Tell them where they can find you. All right, hold on. Relax.
Okay,
Shut
I'm
up.
on Facebook, Ilana Shupak.
Ilana
Also
Shupak.
on Instagram, also Ilana Shupak.
Yeah.
IlanaShupak.com.
Website? Yeah, you got a website.
ILANASHUPAK.com.
Hell yeah. Pew. Pew. I,
I got
Okay.
nothing.
Pew, pew.
My name is Doug Brady. You can
Yeah,
find
the
me
skeptic.
at No Fun Bar tomorrow at 9.
You got a show.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, you got a show.
I got a couple shows.
Whose show is that?
Camden Polio. I
Camden
think.
Polio.
Polio?
Polio.
That's it. That's all I got.
That's it. Yeah, another episode of People's Mic. Give it up for them one more time. Graham, you're the only one that claps. You fucking yawning, Alvin? Piece of shit. You can find us on iHeartRadio, JimPeoples.com, Spotify. We're here every day, Auto Struggling Head, Monday to Friday, 3 o'clock. Is that it? I felt like I want to quit. Find us at J People's TV on YouTube. And then the mic follows right after. Right?
Thanks for
Cool.
having us.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Good talk.
Boom.